Good evening, Bahamas on the broadcast tonight. Targeting markets. Baha Mar's president says North America remains a main focus for the multi-billion-dollar resort. Plus, the tourism minister expresses concern over the state of downtown Nassau. And metamorphosis. Find out more about the concert to benefit a breast cancer survivor.
Is brought to you by Alive, the nation's newest and best LTE network.
Good to be alive.
Welcome to our news, the weekend edition, and thanks for joining us. I'm Andrew Knowles. Baha Mar President Graham Davis says the resort's main target is the North American market. This after the resort initially stated that it would be concentrating on emerging markets such as Asia and Europe. Jarek Hicks reports.
Baha Mar President Graham Davis says the resort will be looking north to fill its rooms this winter. Atlantis executives and tourism minister Dionisio de Aguilar have expressed concern over this fact, saying that the resort may cannibalize the market. That is, fill its rooms with guests who may have stayed at a different resort. On the other hand, Davis says grabbing hold of Far East markets isn't simple.
Believing that Asia is going to fly directly over to Nassau in the short term is probably a little bit short-sighted, but absolutely long-term, Asia is definitely a market that has tremendous potential. There is also a tremendous amount of potential on millions of expat Asians living in North America. That target audience is certainly one area, but North America is a main focus for us. Certainly, as we start to go into medium and long range, we are looking at other markets, whether it be over in South America and Europe.
Davis also addressed the threat of disruptive services such as Airbnb. Airbnb is an online accommodations booking service that connects travelers with landlords with rooms to rent. The Baha Mar chief says the two are in different ballparks.
No, I don't think Airbnb is competition for us. I think it does bring more awareness to the Bahamas. It's a different, complete different experience than it would be at Baha Mar. We have, right now we're over 20 restaurants and lounges right here. We have full housekeeping services, twice daily housekeeping services, turn down service. You have over 3,000 staff members looking after you. And Airbnb is really, the renter takes care of themselves. It's a completely different experience.
When it comes to gaming, Baha Mar will stick to a traditional approach. That means guests can expect table games and slots as opposed to interactive gaming. Despite that, Davis says they're always observing trends in the market.
When you come to interactive gaming and online gaming, that is certainly a future experience that we're investigating and looking into. We think, again, as guests want to sit poolside and have a gaming experience, we certainly feel that that's an opportunity that we should be looking into.
The resort recently launched its $25 million marketing campaign as they prepare to open the resort's next hotel, the SLS. Reporting for our news, I'm Jared Higgs.
The tourism minister Dionisio de Aguilar is again expressing his disappointment with the state of downtown Nassau. Major tourist review sites describe the area as unsafe, filthy, and full of hustlers. De Aguilar says transforming the area is a top priority for his ministry.
Absolutely. Of course, the condition of the island impacts not only the foreign visitors that come to our country, but in fact it impacts those of us that live here. Clearly, it causes a level of frustration among local residents, and also foreign visitors that come to the country and notice that this may not be the cleanest of destinations will leave with a less than favorable impression of our island. So we are very mindful. The Ministry of Tourism works closely with the Ministry of the Environment to ensure that results are achieved in a timely manner.
In news from the Crimebeat, we go to Bimini tonight, where officers on that island are investigating the discovery of human skeletal remains. Police were called to a beach near the East Wells area on North Bimini, where they discovered a human skull. The remains were collected by police. Meanwhile, over on Grand Bahama, an overnight shooting has left 3 people with serious injuries. When police were called to the scene shortly after 3 this morning, they met 3 men in a black Nissan Note suffering from gunshot wounds. The men were taken to the Ryan Memorial Hospital, where 2 of them remained in stable condition while the other was released. Police are investigating. And officers in Grand Bahama also arresting a 36-year-old man after he was found in possession of dangerous drugs. Police were on patrol in the area of Fishing Hole Road when they stopped a black four-door Nissan vehicle. After a search of the vehicle, officers discovered a black plastic bag containing 4.5 pounds of suspected marijuana. Police said the driver, a West End resident, also had an outstanding court warrant. Well, we'll take a break here, but still ahead tonight, we take a look at one of the environmental groups leading the way on Abaco. That story and more when our news returns.